Tell me about Canardia. Tell me about your line and what people need to know about what you're doing within the aviation and avionics community.
Good, sure. So Canardia has been around for about 15 years. 2005, I think they launched. They were more predominantly in Europe, although a lot of their stuff was making it over here in aircraft like Pipistrel, and a lot of the gyro manufacturers and gliders were heavy users. Light sport aircraft is probably the best target market we have. If you're just a daytime VFR kind of guy, then this is probably the good stuff for you. And there's some reasons why we jumped on this stuff, because the simplicity of not just the operation of it, but the installation of it. The only things you have to hook up is the power, the pedostatic, and a couple of sensors that we give you, like an antenna for the GPS and an OAT sensor. Everything else between all these devices, there's no harness. We don't have any harnesses for this stuff. It's all done with Cat5, which is like an Ethernet cable. And so we use a CAN bus. All the devices communicate over that system. Makes it really easy to install, and it almost plug and play. As I mentioned earlier, the presentation that we offer differs from some of those other brands because they just have such a simple look to them. That's what people are looking for. They want the technology, they don't want the complexity. You'll note that we do have some round kind of instruments, and some people come to us and say, oh, I want to retrofit a panel, but I don't want to have to, gut the whole thing and recut a new one. So for them, some of the round instruments really make a lot of sense. You can get the technology in there without, spending the big bucks to do a whole refit. This is a prime example. This is our Horus, a complete EFIS in one screen. It has a directional gyro in it. It has a G meter in it. And we just added another screen recently. It's for a chronometer with a stopwatch and the UTC and all that kind of stuff. So a really nice solution all in one, completely self-contained, and the price $11.89 for that, which is pretty competitive when it comes to what else is out there. We have a lot of RV builders coming and saying, we got this great sophisticated panel, I only got a tiny bit of space left and I want something like that. Well, we do this in a 2 1/4 inch as well. So in fact, all our round instruments can be done in a 2 1/4 inch. And then for guys who are doing a new build or the complete refit, they tend to gravitate towards a glass cockpit. We can do that too. And we have a few versions of this. You can do it in an 8.4 inch size, which this one is, or you can do it in a 7 inch size. And we've got one version that has a moving map and a touchscreen, and then we have sort of a lesser version that doesn't have the moving map or the touchscreen. So you can save some bucks there depending on what your needs are. One of the nice things on this particular panel that I'll point out is the stick. No other manufacturer that I know of makes their own stick. And so we've got our own stick. All the buttons are custom, configurable, and it obviously controls the screen, but it also controls your trim, flaps, push to talk, activate cameras, whatever you want to do. It's all in there. We also have an Autopilot. It's so easy to add an Autopilot to this. It's 2 servos. They cost $11.79 for the 2 of them, and the software is already built in. You can run completely within this panel, or you can even add our Autopilot head, which is right here, and get some direct control. Some people like that, but you don't have to. And again, all this stuff connects. Even the servos all connect with an Ethernet cable or Cat5 cable, so there's no wiring harness to manage. And we're doing engine gauges, yep. So we have a standalone engine monitor, which is this one here. We call that the Digi. For $11.19, you get, this is a data collection box and the screen. We have an app for you on our website. You go on your laptop, you drag the instruments onto the screen that you want, you configure all their parameters, and then you upload it through Bluetooth into the screen, install it in the plane, and it's ready to go.
Chris, looks like something people need to consider if they're working in the sport aviation segment. Can you tell me how they can get more information?
And you can always reach us, our company, Sport Aircraft Canada. We have a U.S. dealer, which is Danielle and Jeremy Knoll at Aerosport, and they're here in Wisconsin. They also have a new location in DeLand, so if you want to order something and you're in the U.S., they're the folks to go to. That we work together very closely with them, so technical support, installation, and lead times and all that stuff, programming, because some of the stuff is custom configured, when you buy it. Either one of us can handle that, and happy to answer the questions as they come.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it.
Affordable and economical, Pipistrel is proud to present the Alpha Trainer. The aircraft can use as little as 2.5 gallons per hour in a flight school setting, with multiple students and instructors each day. This means that 13.2 gallons of fuel can effectively give you as much as 5 hours of endurance. Learn more about what the Pipistrel Alpha Trainer can do for you at pipistrel-usa.com.